theatre, and they can hear me up the back. I'll have to get back into practice again. Firstly, my thanks to the Mayor, Peter Taylor, for making time in his very busy schedule to come and open this exhibition for us. But I think that because the exhibition is about Toowoomba and is being done by Toowoomban for Toowoomban's, he was the obvious choice to ask to come and open it for us. So thank you. And I must thank you all for coming along tonight. It has been so lovely to see the empty space filled with people. It does something to an exhibition to have people looking at pictures. This has been a very busy year for Ben and me. I've doubled my output this year, and my paintings, the smallest of them here, the cheapest one, which is where Bev is standing over here. It's not the cheapest, I didn't mean that. It is. It is. But I mean, that took me over 30 hours. And these ones over here, behind, there, I mean, they were well over 50 hours each. So please, when you look at the prices, just remember that I'm worth a little bit more than what I pay my cleaning lady per hour. Yes. I gave up counting on the hoop pine at 57, so I don't know what that is, but they do take a long time. Anyway, I decided when I called for quotes for the framing, the two big framing shops in Toowoomba gave me equal quotes. So I split the work between them. I didn't see that I could do anything else really about it. So Downs Framers and Art Shop and Framing in Bowen Street have done all this framing for us. Ben will tell you about what else they've done, and I think they've done a superb job. Ben has been such a creative person. I mean, he bubbles out with things all the time. He's been staying with me for the last couple of weeks while we work together on things, and there are envelopes and pieces of paper around my telephone absolutely covered in doodles. But I know where they're going to end up, in something like these. Oh yes, well, I'll make you. Anyway, I think sometimes if he'd asked me to draw some flowers from the moon, I would have invented them quite happily. As it is, there are moons and planets all through these works, and they became a recurrent motif. And there's one up here, this blue one up here, which actually does have a plant in it. So you see, I can do great things. An exhibition of this complexity and all the research that went into it, it can't be put together without the help of quite a few other people. One of the first who got hauled in was Darryl Mears, who's the superintendent of the Boyce Gardens, and he gave us the official plant lists from the 1970s. So we had something to go on. But then we had to try and find the plants in the forest. And you will know from my accent that I was not born in Australia. However, having done my basic degree in the other side of the world, I wasn't well trained in the families of plants that are here. So I had to beg, borrow and steal knowledge from wherever I could find it. And I would love to thank Trish Gardner, Flora Mackenzie, I haven't seen her tonight, and Barry Kenway. All three of them helped me so much to find the plants, especially the vines. This beautiful screen you see here, it has a lot of writing going from the bottom left way up here to the top right. And that is a family tree of the plant families that are here in the Boyce Gardens. There's hundreds more, we haven't put them in. And that was given to us by some scientists from, well, they're emeritus professors from the University of Queensland, and now they do research work at the Museum of Queensland, and Dr. Mary Deckman. So Trevor Clifford, Ray Speck and Mary Deckman were we greatly indebted to them. I took the work that they sent me, divided it up into the panels, and then we fitted all the appropriate plants against the sort of family tree. It's a time tree, really, because it has taken from about 80 million years ago down the bottom left, or more, right the way up to the top, which is the present. And I think it's, I'd like to take it home, only my house isn't big enough. Anyway, I'll just end by saying that if you're not familiar with the Boyce Gardens and the rainforest, I rather hope that you go up sometime and wander in. It's on Range Street. The main entrance leads you straight into the house. The rainforest is down the slope, so it's on Range Street and Mackenzie, which runs across the bottom. And there's a path through it. You don't have to go bush in order to enjoy it. One of the things you'll see there, which is actually here, it's in that great big red and gold one, is the bush turkey with his mouth. There's one of those. There's also a game cockerel who is an escapee from somewhere that you might meet here. I didn't see any snakes when I was up there, but if I had to go into the bush, I stomped pretty hard. Did you see any snakes?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't see any funnel-web spiders either.
I met a tick.
Oh yes, yes.
I discovered it several hours later.
That was the only unfortunate thing. Anyway, I think, in fact, I hope you will go and visit the Boyce Gardens, and you'll have a lot more interest in what's there in the future. And I'm just going to say, in case Ben forgets, that next weekend we have to give 2 talks on Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock about the whole thing. So if you want to come back, please do. I